Hello, hello, friends. Here we are with 2023 upon us. It's time to get ready for the new year. How do you do that? Well, you can take various ways of doing it. I have started on my new planner. Now let's see if I can remember where I put it. I think I put it in the very back. So I wrote down some Happy New Year 2023 goals. Get you in here just a tad. So in 2023, I want to get 2 months ahead. I'm 1 month ahead now. I want to save for my retirement. I need to figure out how much I plan on saving. I'll do that as we do our budget. Also on our investments, I want to invest additional money. Another time, I need to figure out the amount. I want to try to pay off my mortgage. This would be huge. I think I owe around $20,000. I don't know if I'll get that done. I would have to be very gazelle intense to get it done. I want to become monetized on YouTube. I forgot to put one goal down here I wanted, and I thought about it later. Let's see, I think I wrote these with my erasables in blue. I want to save an additional $1,000. $1,000 for emergency fund. That would make me $2,000. Now, depending upon if I get any income tax back this year, I might be able to achieve some of these. So it will depend upon that. But these are what I'm going to strive for. In my home, I want to move my craft room. I want to get Lonnie into the smaller bedroom. He's in the largest one right now. I want to turn that largest one into a critter room. Critter/guest bedroom. Right here, number 3. I want new kitchen countertops. Mine are pitiful, you all. This is a, I don't know, do you call it a manufactured modular home, double wide, whatever you want to call it. But the countertops are 21 years old and they need replaced. They are bad. I need front porch repair and a roof put on. I don't have a roof on it right now, but I need new banisters and add a roof. Personal goals, I want to continue with the low carb 70-80, intermittent fasting 16-8, exercise daily. I want some more hubby time. Me and hubby are trying to spend some more time with each other and quit working all the time. A weekend away every other month. And I want to make sure I get in my craft room after I get it moved, cleaned up, and maybe start my Etsy shop. So that is my goals for 2023. Okay, this video is going to be about budgeting. I have some new people that watch my channel, and they are getting started with budgeting, and they wanted me to go over budgets. One of the main things that you absolutely have to do in budgeting is to figure up your exact income, you guys. You have to know your income before you can ever start your budget. On my income, we get paid 4 paychecks a month. I just list them as paycheck 1, 2, 3, and 4. Paycheck 1 never changes. It's always $860. Paycheck 3 never changes. It's always $2,226. Now, paycheck 2 and 4, they can change. They are never lower than these amounts, but they can be more if I take on extra hours. So that I'll leave those blank over here until they actually come in. The minimum I will make is $4,551. So that's what I figure my budget on. That's the amount you need to choose to figure your budget on. The minimum amount you can make. I know that's going to be hard for some of you guys that absolutely your budget changes all the time, but just try to look at your averages. If you haven't kept up with it, start keeping up with it and do your averages and see what your lowest monthly amount has been and figure your budget on that. It's always great to be able to have extra money that you can put towards savings challenges, sinking funds, things like that. but you have to be able to cover everything, like the roof over your head and stuff, with your minimum amounts. Okay, in my second category, what I do, this is where I am 1 month ahead. This money here, this is January's budget. This money here that's coming out of paycheck 1, 2, 3, and 4 is for my February cash envelopes. What are my cash envelopes? My cash envelopes are things we need to live. It's our groceries. It's our eating out. We wouldn't have to have eating out, but we can afford it right now, so we do it. Our fuel for our car, our medicine, our pets, Howard's allowance, and my allowance. These are 2 that we don't absolutely have to have, along with the eating out. But right now, if we can afford them, we do them. If it ever gets to where we can't afford them, those are the first 3 that will go. So that equals $1,640 for this amount for our cash envelopes we need for February. This one says this month because that's their January ones. So here's the $1,340. I also write that $1,340 down here. Okay, then I have my bills. I do a zero-based budget, you all. I want to know absolutely where every penny is going. These amounts are what my bills usually run. The actual amount I will fill in when I get them. So I have my electric bills. The first things on top is what I have to have for my home. So it's my electric bills, my water bill. T-Mobile is our cell phone bill, which we absolutely need because we take for the campground. We take phone calls for the campground. This would be optional. DirecTV would be optional. It would get cut out if we didn't have to, if we needed money. If we got low on funds, if something happened, DirecTV would be cut out. Frontier could be cut out because I no longer have my internet on Frontier. We have to have internet, but this is a house phone. These 2 could be cut out if need be. Starlink is my new internet. We really kind of need it for the campground. Doctor bills, I try to pay $150 toward them. That's the most I really try to spend on them. I might try to spend more if I get extra money. State Farm, this should go down, but I don't know what to yet, so I left it at $500. My mortgage is $305. My Acadia is my new car. I think the bill is really $780, but I pay $800. Blink is for my surveillance cameras. Netflix, Disney, razors. Okay, up here is campground stuff. We're not even going to look at that because I don't pay for that. I just have to keep up with it and make sure the bills get paid for the campground. Okay, right here is the area where I put extra bills that I know I didn't have budgeted for. Well, I did budget for, but I don't have enough. But you'll see Westgate is over here. I do have some money that we were rolling over. I haven't filled this out. That goes to Westgate, but it's not going to be quite enough. So I know I'm going to have a little extra here. And then down here at the bottom, this was filled out. I would have had $383 left. I won't have that because I know I'm going to have to use some for Westgate. So we're going to leave that undone here. Okay, well, I'm going to pull up December's budget and show you what I'm talking about with Westgate. Westgate is my maintenance fees that come due every year. And you'll see right here, Westgate, at the end of December, I'm going to have $720. I know the bill is like $1,000. So most of that extra money we're going to have is going to go toward Westgate. Okay, that's pretty well a breakdown of the monthly budget. Here's one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about. Sinking funds. What are sinking funds? Sinking funds are things that come due throughout the year or every other year. One of mine is every other year. That you know are coming due. They don't come due monthly, but you forget to plan for them. Your real estate taxes, your personal property taxes, my maintenance fees for my timeshares. This one is the one that's every 2 years. Memberships, that's like your Amazon Prime, your Sam's Club, things like that. Home maintenance, auto maintenance, you know you're going to need oil changes, you're going to need repair work, your emergency fund. Hopefully nothing comes up that you don't have to touch this. Christmas, Christmas comes around every year, you guys, and we forget to plan for it monthly. Birthdays, same thing. Clothes. We're always going to need new clothes. Not often sometimes, some of us, but some of us do. Meats. Now, this is one a lot of people may not have. I do a bulk meat envelope because I like to buy like a fresh beef or fresh pork. So I like to have money in there when I need it. Dental work, vision, like your glasses and your contacts. That's what it is for me and my husband. Starlink is something that will not stay on here forever. You saw Starlink over there. That is an RV plan. I have put in to get Starlink for our home, but I've been on the list since June. I paid $99 down to get on the waiting list for Starlink in our area. I have not gotten it yet, and when it comes due, I will need $500 for it. So that's on there right now until I get it, and then it will be taken off. Okay, if you're a new budgeter, what you need to do, let me open this back up, is kind of figure out what money you have left over after all your bills are paid. Hopefully, you have enough to do this. If you don't, then you need to figure out how to cut down on your bills, or you need to figure out how to make some extra money. So, for real estate taxes, just for an example, what you'll need to do when we start our new budgets is say your real estate taxes is $1,000 a month. I don't know if you can see that. Is it coming through? Divide that by 12 months. That means you need to save $84. I'm rounding up. I don't save change. $84 a month to have enough for your real estate taxes when they come due. And you go down each and every one of those, and you can make a little thing. Like I would need $84. We're beginning with 0. If you can add that 84, great. And then you just take your balance, and you do this every month. The same thing with every single one of these. You just divide it by 12 if you're doing it for the whole year, or say personal property. You know you're going to owe $1,000, but you only have 5 months to save for it. You divide it by 5, and that means you'd need to save $200 a month until it's due. You could put the due date over here. I haven't done that, but you could put your due dates over here. But that's how you do it, my friends. I had some of you ask me how to figure your sinking funds, and that's how you do it. You just take the amount it costs you per year, or what you want to budget for, and you divide it by how many months you've got left to do it in. Like Christmas, you definitely know right now is getting ready to be Christmas. I've already started saving for 2023 Christmas. You divide that by 12 months. Or if you want to get your shopping done by September or October, divide it by 10 months, 9 months, whatever you want to start with. Birthdays, they come due all through the year. So that's kind of like a rolling fund. That's why you have the plus and the minus for these big ones. Like birthdays, it may change pretty often. But that's what you save for. And like I said, if you don't have enough money left over after all your budgeting, you need to figure out how to cut some of these expenses. Like I talked about, the direct TV I could cut, the house phone I could cut. You can call and try to get lower payments on anything that you can get them on if you don't have the money. Now, if I got the 1 month ahead. My goal this year is to get 2 months ahead, but I'll always be doing this 1 month ahead. What I do is I take, let me get this open. So paycheck 1, if you can see down here, next month's bills. These are the 2 big things I save for 1 month ahead. Next month's bills and cash envelopes. So my first paycheck is $860. $860. I deduct the $335. That leaves $525 right here to go toward next month's bills. I do the same thing with every check. The paycheck 3 is the one that's different because I've got an amount always left over on paycheck 3. You take $2,226, you deduct your $335, and that leaves $1,891. Well, I don't need $18.91. If you deduct $28.28 minus the $5.25, the $3.30, and the $4.65, all I had left that I needed for my bills next month was $15.08. So that left the difference between $15.08 right here and the $2,226. It left a difference of $383 that I didn't use here, but it will go toward these bills over here. So that's how you get these numbers down here. Well, you can't see it, can you? But at the end of the month, when you figure all of this up, you have your leftover amount. You put it over here for how much you can stuff. You'll also see I have extra money. I do cleaning at our campground that I get paid for. So I get paid on Monday, so I put the dates down. And if I get anything paid, I will add it here. I've got paycheck 2 and paycheck 4 because those are the ones I have the opportunity sometimes to make extra money on. Whatever this adds up to be right here will go in for stuffing. We're just going to delete this right now because we don't know exactly 100% sure what it will be. I think I was just doing an example when I got ready for this. I'm hoping this makes sense to you. I'm just kind of winging this and a little bit all over the place. But I wanted to show you how I've got mine set up. So every month I try to put this left for stuffing money, whatever it comes out to. First thing I pull for is my sinking funds because I know this stuff will come due. The next thing I save for is my savings challenges, my holiday binder. Now the critters comes out of a savings challenge, so it should be stuffed. And my month ahead is last. If there's any money left over, I put money into my month ahead. Here. Which is groceries, eating out, gas, medical, pets. And then I'm trying to save up to get a month ahead on my bills, which is my mortgage, my electric, water, phone and internet, cell phones, my car, my insurance, and then I just put one as everything else just to have a buffer. So that's the order I have them in. This is first with any money I have left over. That covers critters, so I don't even have to put it. Holiday binder is second. And last is trying to get my month ahead binder filled. Sorry about the interruption, you guys. My daughter came in. So as I was saying, this is for our leftover money. The priority always goes budget first. This is covered first. This is a must, so I didn't even count it in the 1 through 3. But whatever's left over after this is where you go to 1, 2, and 3. If you fill it all up in savings challenges, then this month you won't fill your holiday binders or your month ahead, which in my case, it's 2 months ahead that I'm working on. I've already got 1 month ahead. So I hope that makes some sense to you. Please, if you have any questions, because I know, like I said, I was just winging this. If you have any questions, put them in the comments for me. As always, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Share it with others. Tell them about it. I'll be doing some more breakdowns in the coming weeks on the savings or the sinking funds. What is that? The sinking funds, the savings challenges, my holiday binder, my 2 months ahead, and my critters is my grandchildren. I also will do videos coming up on updates for my retirement fund and my investments. I think that's probably about it for this video. I appreciate you so much watching. I have, I didn't show you this. This planner is by, she's in her apron. I'm doing home and health on this monthly layout. On this monthly layout, it has 2 monthly layouts. This is where I keep up with my weekly spending, which is your cash envelope spending. I don't keep up with 100% on Howard's spending and my spending. I do write it down. I write mine down on the weeks right here. I put my spending, and his spending I keep up with for him. Let's see, right here. If we have any unbudgeted, it goes here, which I hope not to have unbudgeted. My goal is to have every dollar budgeted. Campground expenses I put here until I add them over to the campground. And then this is, I wrote binders to pull, like if I am out and I spend some money, we use our credit card and then I pay it back. This is money I need to pull from a binder. Say I buy a Halloween decoration and I need to pull $10 from the holiday binder with the Halloween envelope. That's what I write here, and then I highlight it when it's actually done. So that's the breakdown of my planner. And like I said, I try to do a reset on Mondays where we will go over the budget. So watch for those. And I'll try to fill you in as I fill each of these. I'm trying to think if I haven't covered anything else. I think that's about it, you guys. We will be going over more of what your cash envelopes is. This is really just your things you have to have every week to live. Bills is self-explanatory. And then anything you got left over, that's where you come into your fun stuff. I call it your fun stuff. Let's see. Like my challenges, I haven't got all these filled out because I wasn't sure what I'd start in 2023. But I usually try to have one of these to help give a bump up to the 2-month ahead one. The holiday binder I haven't done. I don't think. I've always got a challenge going on to help out my critters binders. The monthly one always goes to the critters, but usually I try to find another one. These down here all go to Hawaii. These are just little extra money. And I also have a change challenge that I do. I don't have it written on there. I save all my change and it goes to Hawaii. So this is just a fun way to help you save with extra money you got, because I want to give every dollar a job. That's what zero-based budgeting is. I don't want my money to go somewhere and I not know where it goes. I want it to all go somewhere that I know where it's going. All right, guys, I appreciate you so much. I hope this made sense to you. I know, like I said, that there's a lot more explaining we need to do, and we will go over it. Just leave me a question, and I'll do my best to answer it for you. I appreciate you so much. Bye-bye.